Science of Mind magazine, not the daily guides, actually. This is from the December 2017 issue. I was thumbing back and I looked at a couple of issues. And then, as I'm flipping through past issues, I see that the December 2017 magazine cover is Pope Francis. So I thought, well, this is more than a coincidence. It's something I'm intended to read. So I flipped through the magazine and I found a bunch of quotes by him. And also, there was an article, and that's where the title comes from: A Compassionate Heart, a Courageous Soul. And this was by Gary Jansen. And it says, honoring the impacts of Jorge Mario Bergoglio. And I probably butchered his last name, but anyway. So I looked through and I thought, well, this is pretty cool, really. And then I noticed at the end of the article, there were some reflections by Reverend Kathleen Lenover, who actually wrote the daily guides for that month. And I was thinking, yeah, should I read these or not? But no, I think this is much more appropriate. She is a lady who became the Sister of Charity, a Catholic nun, if you like. And she changed her name from Kathy Lenover to Sister Russell Maria. And she said that it fascinated her that Regina and Mario Bergoglio's boy, Jorge, took the name of Francis, honoring St. Francis of Assisi. And she says, what a new identity to embrace. Then she goes on and talks about his spiritual quest under another spiritual giant. She mentions Ignatius of Loyola. Ignatius of Loyola actually was the founder of the Jesuits. The Jesuits are the kind of think tank of the Catholic Church. Well, they're more than that. They are the intellectuals of the Catholic Church, just like kind of religious science or the intellectuals of the New Thought movement. Well, the Jesuits are the people who produce astronomers, scientists, and so on. And of course, Pope Francis, as he became, was a Jesuit. And then she starts and talks about what she would like to see in his papacy. And some of the stuff he did concentrate on. Did he bring it all to fruition? No, but it's interesting. And she prayed that he had a dramatic impact on the church's compassion regarding inclusivity of the women in clergy, respect for LGBTQ communities around the world, and a healthy marital status of priests. Well, he didn't succeed in all these, but what he did say, and I use that as the affirmation, who am I to judge? When he was asked about gay people and so on, and gay priests, he said, who am I to judge? So I thought that was really kind of cool. So I'm going to read a few quotes from directly from him. And some of this really is New Thought. I mean, it really is. Some of it is mysticism. It's mysticism and New Thought are really similar philosophies. This is Pope Francis. The universe unfolds in God, who fills it completely. Hence, there is a mystical meaning to be found in a leaf, in a mountain trail, in a dewdrop, in a poor person's face. The ideal is not only to pass from the exterior to the interior, to discover the action of God in the soul, but also to discover God in all things. Hey, isn't that New Thought? And then another quote, the grave danger is to disown our neighbors. Another one, prayer of the heart. It is not possible to live without forgiveness. And he's saying to live in peace without forgiveness, really. And then he says, the Lord tells us, the first task in life is this prayer, but not the prayer of words like a parrot, but the prayer of the heart, gazing on the Lord, however you wish to do that, hearing the Lord, asking the Lord. And then he says, true love is to accept those who are in need of our time, our friendship, and our help. And here's another one. I'm not going to go on forever. Oh, these quotes apparently are featured in an article from the United States Catholic Conference of Bishops, Departments of Justice, Peace, and Human Development, and their compilations of excerpts from speeches, messages, homilies, and audiences of Pope Francis. And then he said back in 2013, March 19th, to protect creation, to protect every man and every woman, to look upon them with tenderness and love, is to open up an horizon of hope. It is to let a shaft of light break through the heavy clouds. It is to bring the warmth of hope. And here he says, hang on, oh no, well, here we are. He says, brothers and sisters, creation is not possession that we can dispose of as we wish. Much less is it the property of some, of only a few. Creation is a gift, it is a present, it is a marvelous gift given to us by God, the divine, the all, however you used to express it, so that we might care for it and use it, always gratefully and always respectfully, the benefit of everyone. That was back in October of 2014. And this is absolute science of mind. Let us know the absolute power of prayer and use it to heal our world. Let us know the absolute power of prayer and use it to heal our world. So in this vein, I know within my being that the ultimate of all things is love. And I claim love in my heart. I claim love in the hearts of all of you who hear this. And as that love is in our hearts, I claim that love spreads out to the world. And that love becomes the driving force of all human life, so that we each treat each other with respect. I claim this as truth. And I do release it into that word, the divine mind, the universal subjective that always says yes. And in gratitude, I let it go and say, and so it is. So I hope you like the difference here. I'm trying to be creative and right on point, but I really think this is more than coincidence that when I open up back issues and look, I've got some of them right in front of me there. I see a whole bunch of covers, and on one of them, in the top left-hand corner of my screen, it's December of 2017, and guess who it is? It's Pope Francis. That, my friends, is much more than coincidence. Look for Reverend Lisa on Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page tomorrow. Look for me on whatever channel you see me on tomorrow evening around about 5 p.m. And until next time, please have a wonderful rest of your day, whenever that day is. And if it's already tomorrow where you are, well, thanks for staying up and doing what you do. Thanks for being a night owl. And I will see you next time. And please remember, take care of yourselves. That truly is the foundation of all things. And then, you know, what Pope Francis did, take care of other people. Namaste.